Hi again, guys. This is going to be one of those videos where I talk about a few things, but I'm still going to try to keep it under 10 minutes, so let's just get going. Today I'm going to be talking about dynamically allocating with your custom classes, and then also a new operator and something called the this pointer, which you'll understand once I get to it. So again, just our simple A class to use as an example. The first thing I'm going to show you is when you have a custom class, you can also have pointers for your class. So you can make a pointer, an A pointer, which will point to an A. So you can go ahead and make an A object, like instance, like we have been, and then you can make an A pointer. I'll just call it P, and then you can set that equal to the address of your instance. That's totally alright. And then you can use that pointer just like other pointers as we've covered in the past. You can also use that pointer if you're dynamically allocating your custom class, which you can do just like that, where you dynamically allocate your class just the way you dynamically allocate other types of data. So you use a pointer to store it, and there you go. Pretty simple. When you dynamically allocate your class, that basically means it dynamically allocates the variables in your class. It like dynamically allocates a chunk of memory big enough to hold all of your members in the class, and then it'll load them. So we don't really need to talk about how that really works, but know that you can dynamically allocate your classes just like you dynamically allocate other data. So so if we do dynamically allocate this, be sure you don't forget to delete it as well. I'll call this DP because it's dynamically allocated, just to be clear. So if you do have this and you want to call, let's go ahead and just make a void method output. Oh, almost forgot the... Man, is this second time on camera? I've almost forgotten. Whatever. Oh, by the way, this is wrong, isn't it? Oh, that's what I get for not compiling. Okay. So, if you want to call this output method, and you have this pointer, you might think the only way you can do it is you have to dereference your pointer to get the object that it points to, and then you can use the dot operator. And this is totally legal, and will work if you want it to, but as you can see, it looks kind of messy, and it's kind of a lot of typing to do these parentheses because they are required due to operator precedence. So that's kind of a pain to have to worry about. So because of that, we have a different operator which lets us basically call these methods without having to dereference our pointer, and that's using this hyphen and then greater than, I think that is, yeah, hyphen greater than operator. So what this does is it basically takes that pointer and then it's going to call output. So it's the exact same as if you had dereferenced and used the dot operator, just you don't have to type all that out. You can just use that this arrow operator. I'm not exactly sure what the proper name is, but there you go. So yeah, we might as well compile at least once. Stuff. Oh gee. See, I remembered that semicolon. Got always worried about that one, that I'll forget it somewhere. Oh, I forgot this. And then I also forgot my return 0. Okay. There we go. So yeah, we get 3. even though we're calling it from our pointer and we are using that operator. It still works just as you would expect. Okay. So, yeah, that's it for that. So another thing is if you make an instance of your class, you can still use some of the other operators that you could use with normal data. So like for instance, we can use the address of operator. And so I'll show you why I'm doing this in just a second. But you see, this will compile just fine and output the address of that object in memory, just like it would if it was an integer or something. But what I'm going to do is in the output function, I'll go ahead and output the value, and then I'll also say address of object. So my goal here is to output essentially this, but because I'm going to be calling it like that, I don't have access, or you wouldn't think I would have access to that variable name, so I can't get at the object itself. Well, for that reason, we have something called the this pointer, and it acts pretty much like a private member. All it is a pointer to the object itself. So it essentially is this. It is the address of your object, except you can use it within the methods. So because we want to output the address of the object, all we do is this. And this is a pointer, so remember that. You're going to get an address here. Let's go ahead and take a look. And if we're right, then this value should be the same as that. So address should be the same as address of object. So we'll see about that. Let's see. Yep, they are the same. So the this pointer allows you to access your object within its own methods. So you can also use this if you wanted. So you could like call other methods using that arrow operator that we just learned about. So if we had other methods, or you could, I don't know. If you had another method, let's just make a dummy method just for the sake of having another method. Dumbo flaps his ears. Okay, just to demonstrate that you can call other methods, we use the this pointer, and then we use that arrow operator, remember? So that's essentially like we're dereferencing the this pointer, and then using the dot operator, except we'd have to have these pesky parentheses. But instead, we just use the arrow operator, and that way we can call other methods. Dumbo flaps his ears. There you go. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to show you that you can use some built-in operators like the address of with your custom classes, and that I wanted to show you this arrow operator, in that when you have pointers to objects and you want to call the methods, you don't have to dereference them. You can just use that operator. And then I also wanted to talk about the this pointer and what it is and how you can use it. And we'll soon see another application for the this pointer coming up right in the next video. So if you're wondering why you might ever want to use it, you'll find out in just a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.